down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
What's going on, Savvy Investors? This is your friend Steve VanCauwenbergh in the airwaves on the podcast radio show. Whatever you want to call it, it's information to make you grow and become better. Anyway, if you've been following me for a while, I'm trying to be a runner. I don't know. I want to be. My wife is a runner, and you kind of adapt other people's goals randomly. It's not that I ever wanted to be a runner, but I am one now for the moment. I set some goals. But anyway, this last weekend, I was at a race, and early in the morning, and it's unusual that you find someone else, but I bumped into somebody. A friend that I have not seen in probably 7-8 years or even more. And it was really cool. Like I gave my homie a hug. What up, man? How you doing? He's doing good. And his wife was there and his 2 children were there. And he started chatting with them. And I was like, man, so, have you run this? He goes, I run this race every time. And I could tell the dude had a race shirt on. He was all about running. That was his deal. He was like, he loved to run. And I'm like, good for you, homie. I could tell in his eyes he was serious. And so I was like, yo, have you ran the Oklahoma City Memorial Race? And the first thing out of this dude's mouth, he said, that's $100. That costs money. And I was like, I'm standing right next to his wife, who's like super bubbly and sweet, and the 2 kids. And I was like shocked. Like I said, it's $100. Make money. And then it was just an awkward situation. And then he was like, nah, I was like, man, that race is amazing. So the next thing is I'm like looking at my watch to see what time it is. And his wife noticed my watch. And I was like, yeah, dude, you got to get this watch. It's off the chain. It keeps track of my heart rate, do all this stuff. And he's like, that costs money. It's too expensive. And I was like, yo, you can make money. You can make more money. And it was like, it just blew me away. And then I can't even remember because I'm so juiced up right now. I was like, wow, I had to like kind of break off. I'm like, yo, dab up. See you later, man. I'll see you at the end of the race. And I just, my mind was blown about his mindset. 7 years ago, this dude is in the same position that he was before. It's too expensive. I can't afford it. I shouldn't be doing it. And I was like thinking in my mind, at 44 years old right now, I'm like, man, you should live your dream. You should only hang out with the people you want to hang out with. You should only work the job that you want to work. You need to change your mindset. If you follow my last 2 podcasts about cash flow quadrant, I dreamed 15 years ago. I thought I would always be self-employed. I thought I'd always be an employee. I thought I would never ever be a business owner, let alone an investor. And it's all about changing your mindset. So I was like, dude, I was so amped up. I got to do a podcast on this mother. I got to do a podcast on your mindset. You hear me? Your mindset, your mind, something's wrong with your mind. You need to change your mindset. So I just Googled up mindset, how to change your mindset. Simple. Came across this dude named Marco Thumb. And it's kind of a weird name, but it's MYRKOTHUM.com. Marco Thumb /mindset. So look, I'm just going to jump off this dude's stuff and you do your own thing. Developing the right mindset is really crucial for succeeding or success in whatever you do. If you think you can do it, then you can do it. If you think you can't, you can't. It's your mindset. And I was talking to another homie the other day. He's like, there's a book that he just was reading about obstacles. Every obstacle, there's a positive without. I was like, man, have you ever heard of Napoleon Hill? Think and Grow Rich. Every adversity is a seed of opportunity. It's a mindset. It's how you look at it. Your mind is the sum of your knowledge, including beliefs, thoughts about the world and yourself in it. It's your filter for information to you get in and what you put out. So it determines how you receive and react to the information. So here's another mindset. I've been dealing with weight for my whole life, 44 years, fat 1 minute, healthy the next minute, fat the next minute. And one thing I noticed, I lost a bunch of weight in high school. I was doing good. And then I got to college, and then next thing you know, I gained a bunch of weight. I got hurt in basketball and I gained a bunch of weight. But my mind thought I was skinny. And then all of a sudden one day my clothes didn't fit. Next thing you know, I bought a little bigger clothes. Next thing you know, I'm on the double dip tip with the double X, triple X. Next thing you know, size 40, size 42. The next thing you know, I looked in the mirror. I'm like, damn, I'm fat. It was my mindset. So then I got ballistic, lost a bunch of weight, lost 50 pounds. Next thing you know, people were like, oh, you look so good. But in my mind, I thought I was fat. And I did it again. I gained weight again. And then it was just it's a mindset. This is how you look at it. If you want to be successful, you got to act like you're successful. You got to be successful. So here's these 6 points this dude broke off, and this Marco Thumb. And I'm going to just touch on them real fast. And then you just start thinking about changing your mindset real fast. Number 1, get the best information possible. This is kind of freaky deaky. If you ask me, if you got the wrong information, it may be wrong and you may be thinking it's real. Try to find the very best information in your field and wherever you are. Now, if you don't know me by now, I read. The more I read, the more you know. You got to read good books. You got to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I remember when I read that book and I was talking to the Super Baller CEO, and I was like, yo, you got to read this book. Of course, I was a young kid, 20s and 25, 27. And the dude came back after he read the book, CEO making $400,000 or $500,000 a year running stuff. And he said, man, that guy wrote that book to sell books. And I was like, today I wouldn't be where I am. It was a philosophy. It was a mindset. You got to read good books. If you need a book, just ask me. Wherever you're struggling or wherever you need to grow in, ask me. I love books, and you're not wasting any time when you're reading. Number 2, role model the best people. You got to find a mentor. I'm telling you, I have a mentor. I started back in 1999 from the first Jump Street crib to now 2018, 1999. I'm rocking on 20 years here pretty soon. I still know my original mentor. I still work for that homie for free back in the day. He would send me a spreadsheet of like 100 properties, analyze these, and I'm like, and I did them. And I try to clock in. I try to clock 6 or 8 hours in that deal. It didn't matter because one phone call to my mentor saved me $20,000. One phone call to my mentor, and he just changed my life. Would just do it this way. One time, it's a long story. One time I bought this building and I had no access, and only had 2 garage doors. If you know the plaza in Oklahoma City, the plaza area, that's poppity pop. Well, across the street from the Mule, your boy VanCauwenbergh owned that building, a.k.a. the Ice House. And, well, the owner, I did owner finance. The owner sold half of the building and sold me half of the building. But when they sold the second half, I was stuck like Chuck. I could not get into the building only through the bay door. It was 2 garage doors. I either had to cut a hole or go through the bay doors. Well, you know, young buck, I didn't think about it. Had a garage door opener. Everything's fine. Then one day I was like, yo, what if I didn't pay my electricity bill? What if all the electricity got shut off? And I was in a panic, man. I was about to cut a hole in the building just to get in there. Call my mentor. It's so simple. I feel like a fool even telling you this deal. My homie said, for $60, you can put a lock on the garage door and roll it up, roll it down. And that's what I did. I spent $60, called the locksmith. Dude came out there, drilled the hole. I had one garage door that was electric and another door that I turned off the electricity and I hand rolled it. Man, that's what a mentor can do for you. Get a role model, be like that somebody, and grow your business. Number 3, always examine your current beliefs. That dude with the mindset. I coach some people right now. I don't know why. This is a season of my life. I'm honored to be. People want me to coach. Some dude Facebooked me the other day. Hey, I didn't know you coach. How does it work? And I was like, man, wow, I don't know. But I'm going to try my best. But I ain't going to charge 10 G's like a lot of folks out there. You heard me, gurus. You're hurting people. So I was like, you got to examine your beliefs. If you believe something wrong, you wrong. You got to think about if your family was poor, you think you're going to be poor. Right? What's your belief system? I remember before I was young and dumb, I used to hate rich people. Rich people hated poor people. I hated rich people. I wanted to kill them for real, like Paul in the Bible. I was like, yo, they're bad. They're whack. They go into buffets. I remember on holidays, on Easter, we'd be broke. Rich people be going to the brunch. And I would be serving them at the cafeteria. And I used to hate rich people. And one day I became rich. It was my mindset. I was judging people, don't even know them. I'm telling you, when you really get to know wealthy people, man, they're just for real givers. I had to examine my current beliefs. Examine your mindset, but looking at your current belief system. What are these beliefs supporting you? Are they supporting you? Or are they self-limiting beliefs? You have to identify those blocks and turn them around, because whether you know about the limiting beliefs or not, they are working in your subconscious mind. Man, limiting beliefs. If you can't jump, you won't jump. To uncover your beliefs, ask yourself the right questions about where you want to go and what's standing in your way right now. The key then is to turn those beliefs around by declaring supportive statements on the same belief, aka affirmations. I'm telling you, I have my children. Think about it. You have your 6-year-old, 7-year-old saying, I can do anything through Christ. That's a scripture. We memorize that scripture. I am successful. I am wealthy. I will own this many units. I will be the very best. I will give it 110. I am successful. I can go on and on with affirmations. You got to fill your mind with affirmations. Number 4, shape your mindset with a vision and goals. Man, I'm amazed that I talk to some people, they don't even know what self-development is. I was like, what? And the second thing a lot of people don't know that just blows my mind, I just want to go ballistic. They don't know the man Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn. Let me spell this for y'all. Google this up. Read every book. You'll change your life. This one philosopher, it's weird. It's like a cult in my mind. Jim Rohn. JimRohn. A lot of people don't know this. Jim Rohn was a mentor to Anthony Robbins. Now, if you know the name Anthony Robbins, at least you have a concept of self-development. Okay? A lot of people don't even know Anthony Robbins. I'm just blown away. You got to invest in yourself every day. You got to have a goal every day. What is your goal? A proactive approach to build your mindset is clearly so you see where you want to go. You got to have a vision. That's what CEOs do. What's my vision? If you want to be successful in real estate, you got to have a vision. What is this house going to look like after I paint it? What is it going to look like to have three kids in here playing in the park or playing in the backyard? Can you see it? Can you have a vision? Describe the end result clearly in your mind's eye. I knew exactly where I was going to be. A lot of women I dated, they had no idea. They're like, oh, you have got no goals. I remember I was in college, and this one girl wanted to get married, and I wanted to get married. But the reason why we didn't get married, I didn't know where we were going to go. I didn't have a vision. I didn't know. I was an entrepreneur. I knew I wanted to make money, but I didn't know how. I didn't know where. But I had it inside. I had a mindset, and they just wanted me to just go get a job. And I was like, no jobs. Imagine the end result. You will create a strong pull towards what you want to be. I knew I wanted to be a business owner. I knew I didn't want that lifestyle. I knew the government's not going to take care of me. I know Social Security ain't going to be there. Then go out and break your vision into goals. Have this vision where it's going to be, and then work your way back. It will shape your mindset, and you will conform to whatever you believe and think it is. Learn to adapt from your own experience and always try to look deeper for the real reasons why you get the results you're getting. All right, number 5. Find your voice. Find what you're G'd at. What's your OG, original? What are you passionate about? Some people hate this podcast. It's funny. Like, it's okay. People keep encouraging me, and I appreciate you. Man, you got a platform, VC. You helping me. You encouraging me. People texting me, hey, I'm finding my voice. It took me, I can tell you, I could speak all day on why I didn't want to do this podcast. And my wife just encouraged me, and then the right people encouraged me. But find your voice. One of the most beautiful things is when you find your very own way, something that you always wanted to do. It could, a while back, I was hanging out with my brother. My brother went to a foster home. He was estranged, disappeared, came back, disappeared. He left again, came back in my world again, then bounced again. But I was just talking to him. My brother's in and out of jobs. It's just a sad deal, man. My brother doesn't have no car. He's got to walk to work. And I remember I was hanging out with him, and my brother got me into RC cars. Amen. If you down with the remote control, holla at your boy, because I'm about to get it up on Wednesdays at lunch or noon or 11. I'm going to get the RC car out, and we're going to run. We're going to race. And I remember I was talking to my brother, and his voice is the hobby store. Now, that's not me. But that's his voice. That's what he wants to do. He wanted to my brother got back into church. My brother was like, man, church is all about life group. My brother was like, man, we should start a life group on RC cars. And I was like, man, my brother, man, I wish he had the entrepreneurial dream or goal. I mean, this dude could own a hobby shop. He could sit there for 12 hours screwing around with little cars all day. And that's his voice. Man, find out what you're passionate. What's my voice? My voice is just loving on people. And sharing content and trying to get you to the next level. Man, I'd like to get paid, don't get me wrong, but I'm telling you, the greatest joy is that when I see somebody get free from debt, get free from the slave of a job, and they live in their dream. That's the big ticket for me. Money's come, money goes. Money, I was telling my child the other day, money is a tool, son. That's what it is. It's just to make more money and to bless more people and do more things, the right things. You got to define what those right things are. 6, this is the big one. Got to leave it to the end. Protect your mindset. And I'm going to go to say protect your mind, protect your world, stay away from flunky people, only like-minded people. Someone else, I was, man, we reaching over 70,000 downloads on the podcast. Man, I'm honored. Now, if we run the math, I might have 100 like-minded people. I'm serious. It sounds glamorous, 70,000 downloads, right? Some people come in, some people listen to one, they never come back. But I know on a daily basis how many people actually download the podcast or listen to the podcast. And I figured that out. There's only 100, I would say 200 fans that I have. People think it's more glamorous than that. No, it's not. But I'm thankful that we're all got the same mindset. And those are the only people I want to hang out with. And they're not filling their mind with other doody-doo podcasts or radio shows or trying to get people. No, they listen to the real deal. The one thing you have to do is to protect your mindset against the negatives, the naysayers, the dummies, and people who want to drag you down, the negatives. Oh, you can't do that. Even today, I was texting this homie, and I was like, hey, I got the price for this deal. He's like, I can't afford that. That was just, if I thought that way, I couldn't get here. I can't afford, that's right, I can't afford it. But I always say, how? How can I afford it? You got to break that negative mentality. How? And then my mom started working. This item or this process or this company costs this much money. How can I make it work? I remember my very first time I ever tried to hustle. I rented out, I was DJing, I rented out a roller rink. Bang, bang. If anybody from back in the day, this is 93, 94. And I was hustling. And trying to make money. I was broke. It's a long story, but I was like, man, I got to make money. And I was a DJ. And I went to the owner of the roller rink. I was like, how much does it cost to rent the roller rink out from 9 p.m. to midnight or 1 o'clock? He's like, $200. And I said, done. Sign me up. So I booked it. Now I went back. I was like, I had no money. I was broke. And I was like, man, do I know 10 friends that can give me $20? That's how you do it. Can I get 20 friends to give me $10 or 10 friends to give me $20? Or how many people do I need to break even? It's all about how you need to do it. You also have to protect against bad information and also overload. Man, when I work with people, man, I'm trying not to overwhelm. So I can give you 1,000 books, but if those books could overwhelm you and then you lose it all. Keeping your confidence is the big daddy. You got to be confident. So you stay on the right path, always improving. I put that on Facebook the other day. This is an Anthony Robbins where I heard it. It's called kanai or kazan. It's a Japanese word. Always kanai, C-A-N-I, constantly, always improve, never ending improving. So you got to ask yourself every day, are you working on your mindset? I was just doing the laundry. Yep, even VC does the laundry too. I ain't that somebody. And I turned on an audio book for 5 minutes just so I can fold my clothes. If I can get it in, get it in. Protect your mindset. Always increase. Always grow. And do it. All right. So a lot of this was based off of this dude, Marco Thum, MYRKOTHUM.com/mindset.
Investor Weekend is not far off, with over 10 information sessions to increase your portfolio. Log on to www.investorweekend.com. Whether you are a seasoned investor or never purchased a property before, you don't want to miss the Investor Weekend. Join us for a powerful, knowledge-packed weekend with over 10 informational sessions that are bound to enlarge your real estate investments. You will hear from the best national and local real estate investors that will share practical and relevant experiences with you, the investor. There will be several networking sessions to connect with other like-minded people for potential funding, partnerships, and yes, hot deals. Go to www.investorweekend.com. Did you know we meet once a month for the Landlord Lunch Meeting? The third Wednesday of every month. Go to landlordlunch.com.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.